Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TFS Plays Vampyr. I'm, Lan Helsing. There we go.
This is a dramatic reading of an excerpt of the Vampyr Diaries.
Oh, good. We run right into another load screen.
Perfect!
Good timing. Go.
I head back.
So Dio was at the bottom of the ocean for 2 generations, right?
Yes.
Or even like 2.5, 3. How long do you think it took him to like acclimate to society?
I don't think he bothered.
He probably didn't.
I feel like he probably holed up in his castle or whatever the fuck he had. Was just like, alright, and I will drag people here, get people to drag people here for me.
He definitely held off a little, though. Like, in like the original series, you know,
Well, at some point he has a kid, so somewhere along the lines, he at least keeps a woman alive long enough to impregnate her and let her live long enough to give birth. I haven't seen anything from Part 5. All I know is that it has to do with a child of Dio.
Yeah, Dio's kid is in it. That's all I know. But come to think of it, it would have been like Dio, but it was Jonathan's body. So I'm guessing that's what makes him.
I was gonna say that's probably why it's technically a JoJo.
Yeah. But either way, like he definitely didn't have the same like gumption he had to him when he was like, you know, originally a vampire. You know, when he took over that entire town.
Because here's the thing, and Dio, while seemingly a sociopathic monster, still has the needs of the mortal man, despite being a vampire. 100 years underground, or 100 years under the sea, probably jerked off enough times to be like, oh man, when I get out of here, I'm hitting the real thing.
Must have been weird the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Off your, like, essentially your brother's body.
Yeah.
Like, huh, so this is what we were working with, huh?
It's like, well, okay, all these nerves are attached.
Good to know.
I was just thinking we were talking about immortal grudges, and then I thought about basically The Grudge. I was like, oh no, those things technically are immortal, aren't they? I've never seen the movie, but I feel like
they're just ghosts.
Ghosts that live forever in their eternal undeadness.
Yeah.
You deserve no mercy.
Joe Peterson. Joe!
Joe!
You're alive!
Not for long.
How have you been, buddy?
Level 27, good for you.
Look at you, pick yourself up. Bye. Wish I could have turned you. Like an old friend. Oh, your buddy was level 33. Guess you weren't that good, but you know what? You were keeping pace a bit. That should totally get his goddamn friend. It's the only reason I didn't try to dodge him immediately. Blood. I need to get this back so I can get some blood. Oh, good ball.
Hey! An end to you!
Do you just say he will enter me?
I think this is an end for you.
Oh, this will put an end to you. That makes more sense.
I'm gonna put an end to you.
I'm going to end to you!
Oh, okay.
You dirty leash, open wide.
Be a guy's dinner first. Jeez. I think he was mad that we ate his kid.
Probably. I bet that upset him at least a little bit.
Probably didn't give him enough time to get over it.
I feel like enough vampire hunters should see us doing our long range, make your blood boil, then set a blood mine at your feet to have the, like, you know, presence of mind to be like, hey, let's not yell that we see him and sneak up on him instead.
Step away!
Yeah, you'd think that. What? Oh,
It's like that guy. If he
Yeah.
hadn't announced his presence,
Yeah,
he could have just started shooting us.
or just lived.
That too.
Ow, guys, jeez.
The boys of Pre-Wind fight with honor. We tell you when we're coming. Much like a good lover.
Now I am the holy fire.
Ah.
Hey, you seen what am I looking for? King Arthur's blood around here?
Anybody know where?
Makes you guys real strong.
Anybody know where Artie Pendragon is buried?
Yeah, Mr. Pendragon. Oh, careful there, friend. Shoot your eye out, kid. At what point? Okay, let's say you're a vampire. At what point do you start talking down to mortals? How many years?
I would feel like it is. For me, it would probably be after everyone who I knew before I was a vampire had died.
Yeah, I think I was actually on the same level there.
Because
It's like, you know what? Everybody I know is gone. I'm just gonna, like, you know.
Because, hey, I'm not super proud to admit it. I am already kind of like semi-ageist in my mind, where I'm just like, no, this person's a kid in my mind still. So,
Right.
like, whatever. And if you became a vampire and had just lived for like 100 years, and everyone who was in your mind your contemporary was gone, yeah, it'd be pretty easy for me to be like, no, every human I come across is just a worthless child. Like, what am I thinking? Like, these people are just kids.
It must
You
go-
dumb mortal.
It probably goes through phases. Like, you know, at that point, after everybody you know and love has died, you know, passed through the mortal coil, you start thinking of them as, like, you know, worthless mortals. But eventually, I'm guessing you start thinking of them as pets. You know,
Yes.
it's like, oh, it's like another dog.
It's cute.
Look at that, another thrall. All right, McCallum, where the fuck you at, dude? You where my sister was buried? Ooh, this looks promising. Hey, there he is! Look at him, level 35. Man, we did a number on him.
You got this.
I don't like that he has a health bar. We're gonna have to fight him. I mean, we are his master.
We created you.
Chill. I'd rather you just go fight McCallum. He's probably gonna need to die. I'm gonna need that drop of King Arthur's blood that he swallowed. Mackie boy! Fighting that werewolf I see! How's that going? Look out, they explode into fart gas when you kill them.
I'll be honest, I hadn't considered that. Like, oh yeah, this guy ingested King Arthur's blood. That'd be a way to get it.
Come on, you almost got him. I like his sword.
We'll probably get that after we kill him too.
I bet. Oh, come on, dude. You're letting him hit you. There you go. Watch out, watch out. Oh, it didn't blow up.
That one wasn't a stinky wolf.
Mac. Buddy.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to mock?
Fuck you.
Not at all, McCullum.
Not at
I'm
all.
here.
Hunter.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
You
The
possesses
guards
it.
won't
Sorry,
Secret
I drank
precious
the
relic.
last of it.
Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need
You mean the book
antidote
that
to
contains
save
the
this
cure to
city, Colin.
vampirism?
Yeah.
That
Take
thing
your
that you're
words as
fighting?
true. I want
Curing
to,
it isn't as fun as killing
but
it.
I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
You are my thrall! These are not thoughts for you to have.
Yeah, I am your master, you son of a bitch. Stop a disaster. Stop the. We'll say
A
disaster.
creature called a disaster is about to be unleashed.
That's literally
It
what
falls
we're
upon
calling
me
it.
as once it did
It's actually a
Marshall,
group of
to stop it
Gyarados.
before the whole country is ravaged.
Or was that a
Destroy that
catastrophe? I can't remember what we
Yes.
decided their herd name
I wish I could
was.
join this battle alongside you.
The
But this
disaster of
crusade is
Gyarados
not mine
sounds
to
good.
fight.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies.
Which is why I turned you into a vampire.
Maybe that is so.
It was one of those spend money to make money moves.
I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
If I die. Dude just carries around a fucking vial of it.
Can we speak
Thank
more? I just feel like we haven't buried the
Can
hatchet
we
yet.
I
speak
just
more?
want to talk.
Why not?
Got all the time in the world. Looks at the camera.
How's immortality?
How are you adapting to immortality?
I feel so
What's it
powerful,
like?
It gives me shivers. I could be the greatest vampire hunter ever.
And the world's biggest sham.
The worst nightmare in truth.
Sure.
Will you hunt me down?
You are a vicious beast, Reed. Perhaps the city needs you at this time.
I can't say I've done more good for it than bad.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Will you leave
I've
the
been
guard
pretty
now that
bad.
you are what you are?
Are we not creatures of deceit? I could hide my nature from my men.
They fucking smell it on me the
successor.
moment I come around a
Go
corner.
my own way. I know not yet my path.
Teach me your ways. I
It's-
want to know how to hide
It's
from them.
it's a loyalty
The man
thing.
who
They
raised
see him
me
and they're
after
like,
the brutal
he
murder
smells
of
like
my
a vampire and looks
He
like a
must have been killing a bunch of them.
It can't be. Not my leader.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
Yeah, okay, that would probably make you hate
And
vampires.
who was this?
Funny
man?
thing happened to me.
Oh,
I tore out my sister's throat.
One-time leader of
And then somehow turned her. I'm lost on
Killed
that
my
one,
father
but
and
it
brothers.
happened.
We still haven't quite
Helped me
figured that
hunt
one
my
out.
brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
Farewell,
I mean, he's allowed to say it.
my progeny.
Do not stretch your luck, Reed.
Please stop calling me that. Fine, Thrall. Because Thrall is somebody that you haven't turned, but like willingly
Oh,
serves you.
that's the possessed
Like
thing.
hypnotic
Okay.
vampire. Like that's what Renfield would be in Dracula.
Gotcha.
Are you familiar with the story of Dracula at all?
Like, vaguely. Like,
all right, Grant. Okay, as
alright, yes.
tell me the story of Dracula.
Okay. So, once upon a time, that's how all good stories start.
Yep.
There was a man who liked to drink blood and hated sunlight.
Yep.
He would often seduce women into just coming with him or showing up at wherever they were.
Sometimes at the same time.
Yes. After he seduced them, he would drink them dry of their blood until a noble man showed up and solved the mystery of all of these murders in Transylvania, where this was happening. Is vague is like my spark notes. Here's the one paragraph of what is the story of Dracula.
That is accurate enough.
Okay. I feel like there are probably some key points.
There are a few characters missing in your tale and such, but you know what? You get the gist of it.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what is... I assume Dracula's ultimate demise. I feel like I'd mix it up with Nosferatu, since I also saw... I didn't see the movie, but the one Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that I think is like vaguely based on it.
Where, they definitely ripped the character design whole hog.
Yeah.
God, I have to go all the way across this fucking city. Wrong way. I just ran through those headstones. No!
Gotta load some more graves!
If you're heading back to Whitechapel, I gotta load!
Okay. Now this would just... this would be bad, but if this game just like... If the developers knew that the optimization just wasn't there and was like, if you're gonna run in this direction, it's gonna have to load. If you like set a waypoint somewhere or something, it should just start loading that path.
That makes
like
sense to me, yeah.
immediately. Like if you basically tell the game, hey, I'm gonna be going this way, it should start like loading towards you.
Yeah. I am not a game developer. I know
Nor am I.
I know next to nothing about the process. The only reason I know anything about it is because we produced a game, Super Knockout Versus, still available on Steam.
Yeah, my game dev knowledge and skill is like I know it as a consumer who can complain about things and doesn't have to ever bother making it.
Yeah. I know what makes a good game.
Yes.
I know what makes an optimized game. Hey, we're moving again.
I understand that deadlines, budget, all that kind of stuff, all kinds of constraints that I can't even fathom.
But in a world that we live in where you can, like, literally patch things as long as the game still has support, and I'm motherfucking
Boom!
assuming...
We had to load that bridge.
I'm assuming that this game sold enough to maybe get some post-release support.
I would think. I feel like I saw a lot of stuff about it like the week it came out.
Like, maybe it didn't do gangbusters or anything. But I'm sure it got enough sales to be like, you know what, we might be able to patch in some optimization. Maybe make some things a little more efficient.
I like to think that just like the game or the devs, somewhere it's just going like, oh, he's going to take this path. And then you go a different way. It's like, shit, gotta load that corner. Oh, fuck. I did not think he was going to take that path. Oh, no.
My bad. Maybe I just shouldn't run.
Yeah. Process just like, he's running?
Whoa, 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 what's your hurry there?
Easy. Just take a stroll around London. What the fuck?
So many sights to see.
I don't know. I've never been to London. Maybe it's just like this when you walk around.
I will
Did you
say,
ever experience
I don't remember this many load screens.
Okay.
I didn't go very, like...
Then again, were you running from place to place?
No, I can't say I was. And, you know, if I was in, like, you know, the tube...
Yeah.
It very well could have been loading outside. Just been a seamless load screen. Like the tree of Yggdrasil in God of War.
Exactly.
You played any more God of War?
I actually haven't. It's something I really should go back to. 'Cause I've heard
it is
borderline obnoxiously positive things from everyone I've heard about it from.
Probably a lot
other than people who stopped around where I stopped, which I'm realizing is like I feel like a kind of a common thing. I went to like the dark elf place. I solved all that. I got the dude who's just ahead.
Okay, so you
and that's about where I stopped. Like I got him. I think there was a dragon thing side quest that they like introduced me to, and they're like, "Yo, you can free this dragon," and I did that. And then that was like the last thing I did.
Okay, so you started doing some side quest stuff, and you got Mimir.
It started opening up more, and I could see it going towards like a more open thing. And then I can't remember if something came out, something happened, but I was just like, okay, I'm gonna put this down for now. I'll get back to it, and just haven't.
Makes sense.
Which happens a lot to me. Very rarely is there a game that I'm like, this is so bad I had to stop, because normally I can catch that before I start it.
Yeah, as long as you haven't been spoiled on anything, you should be fine. At least not anything too bad.
Yeah. I think I know one end game thing that I won't talk about.
Yeah.
But that to me it is not like a
spoiler.
For me it's like that's like a I'm not gonna say it's like an obvious twist, but it's like once I heard that I'm like, okay, I will be looking for that now, which is honestly something I'm also fine with experience and stuff.
Yeah.
Because for me, part of it is always, okay, I know A and C, I want to see how B gets there.
Yeah, I'm really bad, because as soon as I know A and C, I almost, like, my brain almost
just becomes
always
a distraction.
goes in B.
Mm.
And sometimes I'm a little wrong and a little off on some of the stuff. And in God of War's case, I still think it's probably good regardless of if you know A and C. I still think the gameplay holds it over.
Oh, yeah.
I rewatched Donkey's review of it last night, or the other night. Rude.
Man,
so when he's talking about the combat, it's like, you can roll out of the way or you can do a perfect parry. Now, I know what you're saying. It's just ripping off Dark Souls, and it shows some Dark Souls gameplay. Just cuts back to him. Correct. That just keeps going on about praising the game.
Nothing wrong with taking good ideas from someone.
Yeah, if you implement it properly.
Now, plagiarism has been a big topic lately due to that one dude in IGN.
Yeah, that's a little different though.
Yeah.
He's whole hog ripped a dude's review.
There's a difference between I was inspired by this good idea and I implemented it versus I took basically verbatim someone else's words.
Yeah, I took his words and then shuffled them around a bit. If it was just one example of him doing that, like, you know, he chose like a sentence that guy chose. You know, in the human, like, in the English language, there are only so many words to describe what you're saying. Maybe I could have bought it, but it was like 7 or 8 things.
William Marshall. Lord
But
Redgrave.
on the topic of Donkey, though, not super long ago, I know he put out a video for Octopath Traveler, and everyone was mad about it. They were like, "Why does Donkey review games that he doesn't like for a genre he knows he is not into?" And that logic drives me crazy because I feel like the idea is, hey, I'm someone who isn't into these kinds of games. Is this a game that will change my mind?
Yeah.
Is a very fair framework for a review. And when your answer goes, no, you
Not
shouldn't
really.
go, well, then why did you play it? Like,
Yeah.
because he wanted to know if he'd like it.
It's like new hotness. Everybody's talking about. It's like, okay, maybe this will be the thing that turns me around. And you know, I was almost that way. I was almost like, you know, maybe I'll try it. I used to like JRPGs, but then I realized to myself, I don't have the time for that game. And then everything I hear about it is like, yeah, it's really pretty, and the combat is unique and interesting. Every battle seems to matter, but none of the characters really interact in any real way.
Yeah, like there's like these little itty bitty feel like afterthought skit things that they throw in
That
there.
are like basically like the Fire Emblem relationship wheels or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I don't actually like interesting combat in my RPGs.
You're like, I just want to match through it.
I just want to hit X, hit X, hit X, level up. Woo! All right, I got this new skill. That's neat. Let's keep going. I play RPGs for the story.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. And I really like Octopath Traveler. Like, I don't think it's a bad game by any means. But I also don't think it's for everyone. And when people are like, there shouldn't be bad reviews for this because it might turn people away from buying it. I'm like, that's the point of the review. That's the idea.
You tune into the people that like you agree with.
Like it's just I feel like it's just this weird like eye to eye thing that I don't see with a lot of people. Where they're like, don't say this in a review. It might make people not want to buy the game. Yeah.
And even the people that like you don't agree with, but you know them enough to know their tastes. Like, let's say you're, I don't know, I'll name any reviewer, Angry Joe. Let's say you're watching an Angry Joe review, and he's talking about, you know, a game in a genre that he doesn't particularly like. I'm not entirely sure what genre that would be for him, but yeah, let's say he's doing something like that, but it's a game that you're interested in and you know he's not going to enjoy the genre. You're more likely to listen to his positive aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Because, look, this is what I dug about it, even though I'm not a huge fan of the genre. Yeah,
and I there are a lot of game reviewers that I follow who, like, I don't think I see eye to eye with them hardly at all. Like, but I'm like, they have a well thought out opinion, and even though I don't agree with it or it does not line up with, you know, my play style or opinions, I like seeing their thought process and hearing what their complaints were or hearing what they liked.
Yeah.
It's a discussion. It's a growing thing. Not everybody needs to like hear something and go like, I agree 100%. This is right.
Yeah, for example, if you get my opinions on, like, take any of my opinions on movies. They're a bit out there. I like stupid B-movie schlock, but I also like I just watched Dallas Buyers Club the other day. I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I did not see, like, I think the acting was amazing, but it was not spectacular in any sense of the imagination for me. But I don't know. I'm the kind of person that I liked X-Men Origins Wolverine. Okay, let's put that into context.
Okay.
I like schlock.
That's up there with me when I went, when I played Shadow the Hedgehog for the first time, I was like, this is a good game.
See, we can relate.
Whoa, hey.
Guys, chill. I'm just here to talk.
From the ceiling!
I just need somebody's blood. I'm not sure whose. I just need to talk to Redgrave. I think he has something I need. Hold your fucking horses, bro. Hold your fucking lance. This guy's not even that good at it. You're level 35, man. Show some goddamn honor.
Work at least a little.
Suck. I just turned and like I'm barely even a week-old vampire, dude. You've been working your entire immortal life towards this moment.
Isn't this like your eternity?
He's vulnerable. Nope. He was just regenerating.
Kingdom Hearts 1, you can only kill them with a combo finisher.
Yeah, if you take my opinions on movies, you take it with a grain of salt if I'm talking about something that I like. But I will actively, like, whenever I talk about liking a movie that I know is bad, I'll say, it's bad.
Yeah.
This is not for everybody. But I enjoyed this part.
Well,
like, I still want to see the Meg. I'm sure it's fucking awful.
Yeah, and it's I guess for me, what confuses me with the logic of, like, if someone sees this bad review, it will turn them away from getting something. For me, I would rather them not get it than for them to get it and not like it.
Yeah.
And if they hear a review...
That's power to the consumer.
Yeah. If they hear a review and go, that sounds like something I'm not interested in, I will not buy that. I would say that is a successful review.
Yeah, I'm a very opinionated person. I like giving my opinions on things. I often state my opinion as fact, because that's what they are to me.
And
And
opinions are this whole thing where you don't need to say, and that's my opinion,
Yeah, in my
because
opinion.
it's a given.
Yeah.
If I say this is a good movie, I'm not saying that, and you can put it in the dictionary under good movie for everyone ever. It's implied in the sentence, this is a good movie, that I think this is a good movie. My opinion is this is a good movie. Efficiency, man. It's built into our language.
And then there's that whole, like, you know, so, like, not even so good it's bad, but recognizing that it's bad, but still being able to enjoy it sort of aspect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. B-movie stuff like that is great.
We had an entire wall of games dedicated to that.
Mhm.
I do not think for any stretch of the imagination that Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace on the PlayStation 1 is a good game.
But at the same time, if someone's like, hey, I saw this for $1, should I get this?
Yes,
I'd be like,
I would
yeah.
say absolutely. That was one of the most fun I have had just sitting on the couch playing with you guys, to be frank.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid.
But I need your assistance to do so.
Doors open. Let's go.
City verges on
Wow, he seems pretty chill about us being
epidemic
here.
has spread so widely.
Yeah, wasn't he like, if you're ever shown in here, you'll be an enemy to the Ascalon Club?
I mean, we did kill their one doorman.
England can be saved, but only with Marshall's blood.
The blood of William Marshall.
Yeah, like something I've recently
my maker.
realized is I am very easily
mad?
emotionally manipulated in movies.
His blood.
And so
Very much so.
And so now it's
My
just one of those
maker
things where
profited
before
to me on the
I would
battlefield.
be all like, I can
cannot
clearly
hand
see
it
that
to
this is
you.
just trying to elicit an emotional response. And I've now come to the conclusion of like, no, I enjoy when movies get me like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I shouldn't try to fight it. If I see it coming, I shouldn't be all like, haha, I see what you're trying to pull. I should just be like, now give it to me. Let me feel sad. Let me feel happy or whatever this is gonna try to do.
Yeah, I'm a fucking sap, man. I cried at the beginning of the reboot of the Star Trek movies.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, then again, the sacrificial
never
father
was
trope
Oh, yeah.
gets me fucking
Same.
every goddamn
Same.
time.
That is an easy,
But
just
I
like,
need
oh,
it now.
you
want
want
me
to make
you
sure
want me to
Grant's
feel
eyes
for
get a
any of
little
this?
sparkly
Yeah.
during this movie. Bring up a dad who gave up everything for his kid. Cool. All right, we got it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, my lord.
If you manage to save
There's
the
a
city,
fucking
you'll prove yourself a
Steve
veritable servant
Carell
of the
movie
crown.
coming out.
So Godspeed.
That's like he's the father
Our
of like
fate
a
lies wholly in your hands.
kid that's like basically like turned to drugs and his life has fallen apart and he doesn't know what to do for his kid. I saw the trailer for it when I was seeing Bo Burnham's 8th Grade, which, by the way, fantastic. Do go see that.
Mhm.
That is a good movie.
I've thought about seeing it. I haven't had the chance yet.
I'm mostly talking to the audience on this one. If you get a chance to, go see that. It is a good flick. Uncomfortable, but good.
Got that vibe?
Yes.
Kind of what I want.
Yeah, he has this, like, movie coming out where he's the father of this, like, drugged out kid that's just, like, losing his way, and he's just like, I don't know what to do for him, and then there's... The fucking trailer made me cry.
Just already, you knew.
Steve Carell has, like, that potential to be that next Robin Williams that, you know, he's this amazing comedy force, but he
Nah,
also
yeah,
has this
I've never thought about it, but yeah, that's
drama side to him.
that is an apt he doesn't quite have like the manicness
No.
that Robin had, but he like the ability to shift very quickly from comedy to like emotional heartstring. Because like I feel like even The Office could do that every so often, like where it was just like Michael is a goof character, but there are episodes where it's like, oh man, like I feel bad.
Yeah, and Scott's Tots.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that whole episode.
The biggest cringe
Mhm.
fucking possibly in television
In
history.
that classroom is just like it's brutal.
But yeah, that's like I think Erica's favorite show ever now.
It's a real good one.
It really is.
It's one of those that I never like actively think about, but whenever it's like on TV or like someone I know is watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'll sit in and watch an episode with this.
And it has like one of the like its last couple of seasons weren't great, but its finale was really good.
Yes, had a very strong.
I only like I say this only because the finale I'm about to mention, in my opinion, might be one of the most perfect finales in all of television. But I think Parks and Rec is like one of the few shows to beat it.
Parks and Rec is really good.
Its finale is phenomenal.
I'm trying to remember
in terms of giving closure to everybody.
I'm trying to remember the actual finale because I feel like the season before the last season felt like it thought it was the last season.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was getting renewed or something.
And that last episode, I remember watching going, this feels like a really good finale. And then the next season happened, and I remember liking it. And like, I honestly can't remember what the finale of that one was. I'm sure it was good, but
yeah. Without spoiling anything, it's a bunch of it's
Yes,
Leslie going through town
yeah.
and like talking to everybody, and it's giving flash forwards of their future and how they still stay friends and what they have going on in their lives in the future.
Yeah, that is real good.
Everybody just gets like a good ending. It's the ending that they deserve. What the fuck is this geometry I'm stuck on?
I think we're stuck on that
Like two fence
wagon
posts or something.
Truck kill.
Fucking Ascalon Club, man. Trying to stop this disease, and you
Didn't like their leader just like willingly talk to us and let us leave? And now
probably some sort of a trick. One down.
This is not.
I'm just trying to think of good finales.
Scrubs' original finale, I think, was pretty good.
Before like the college years or whatever.
Yeah,
where they came from.
the season that doesn't exist. I don't know. What's your favorite television finale? Chat/comments. Let us know. And we'll see you guys next time on TFS Plays Vampyr.
Bye!